Hey everyone, just gonna wait for people to come in. This is my first live, so I am new to this. All right. Hey, thank you for joining my first live. Okay. Let's get some lilac going. We'll clear the space and call in our guides and see where this read will take us. Normally when I go into reads, I kind of just go where I'm led. I listen to the call. I am a channeled reader, mostly read oracle cards. I also am a psychic medium, and I have my own unique skills and abilities, so I just kind of let them do their thing and sit in the seat of the soul right here. All right. Holy Spirit, holy angels, benevolent beings, passed on loved ones, I call you into this space. Archangel Michael, I ask that you would guard this space, guard the gates as I channel these messages. I also ask that you would protect my auric field and those of my listeners. Divine Masters, the voice within, my inner teacher, I call on you now. Awaken and activate. I am willing to remember you. Divine Masters, keepers of ancient wisdom, I call on you now. Thank you for revealing to me what I need to know. I am willing to listen, and so it is. Dobre sherate kote amanaye kerete tutuye sherate amanaye tupaye sherate kereto. All right, so I'm going to start off with channeled messages that I meditated on. I always have plans to like use different decks, and I'm like, I don't even know why I plan stuff. I just go with the flow. So, all right, so I have a pretty big list of channel places, names, occurrences. One that will not get out of my head right now. My guides are like saying it. Crimson and Clover, over and over, and I kept hearing that while I was in the shower, and I knew that it would be something that I would channel. Today's songs have been really prevalent. I don't know if anybody else is kind of really picking up on music. A chance meeting, astral realm, deep connectivity, the Eiffel Tower, rocket ship, Crimson and Clover, the place we once met, seated safely, microorganisms, the fork in the road, Easter, which I thought was really weird. I'm like, we already had Easter, and my guides are like, just put Easter down. Peaceful stance. It might not make sense right now, but it will. The long way home. Silver circles in the sky. Names that I got: Yolanda, Laurel, Lexi, Adam, and then when I was writing Adam, I seen Leo, like I'd seen the lion, so Leo the lion. Jojo, Brittany, Beth, Saint Germain. Saint Germain was repeated so many times in my head too as I was channeling the names, and actually, forgive me for not being wise enough to know. I need to look into that. Jericho, Mana, a green aura, a Celtic site, and I'm hearing sacred Celtic site. And then I got Sacred Grove, which I don't know if that is a place, but the way that my guide showed me, it was back in like a wooden, it's back in a grove. It's like rocks. It looks like Ireland or somewhere really deep in hills and mountains with a very rocky cliff or edge. I don't know if that is going to resonate with somebody. All right, let's start off with the numbers deck. I'm a numbers gal. Oh, I got 3 in the room. Thank you guys. I appreciate you being here. All wonder how I turn on the chat. This is so my first time, so I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Welcome to live chat. Does anybody on here know how you see the comments? Because I don't. Okay. We'll have to figure that out either way. So sorry if you guys are talking to me. I cannot read any of your stuff. 333 0303. Okay. I have a feeling one of those could come back out. I started the live read at, well, it's supposed to be at 3:33. Nothing is on time today. Holy Spirit, holy angels, give me the messages I need most. 222. Alignment, connection, friendship, romantic relationships, family ties, balanced life choices, compromise, commitment, and trust. How do you move forward toward your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest if it is piqued by something. Following those routes will help you discover your life's purpose. In my guides earlier, I got these little pieces that come off the end of the tea. I don't know if anybody else is a tea drinker. I am. Let your energy be used to build, not destroy. Alignment. The principal ingredient of life is love. When fear is forcing you to give up, call on your heart's courage to continue. Your heart's courage. Your heart's courage to be in alignment. I don't know why I shuffle the cards like that. I never do that. Maybe somebody's doing things they've never done before, because when I'm seeing the alignment, I'm seeing somebody step out of a comfort zone. I'm seeing a certain place. Maybe somebody wouldn't have gone to a specific place. Number 666. Reflect. As there's a big reflection on the card. Love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, and self-love. Several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift towards greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and in your inner voice. Pay attention to your feeling and use them to help you become a better person. Alignment. Soul-seeking, soul-searching. Release so that you can take on the new. Number 999. Wanting to come back home to one's divine self. I think when we're not in alignment, it's hard for us to feel comfortable, which is where I think anxiety and fear come in, because the further we are away from our own oversoul, right? Because we are a reflection of a little spark of the soul that we really are in the astral realm, okay? We come down here, it's just a glimpse of who we are and what we are. And when we get closer through going through hardships and trials and tribulations, we have an ability to pull down a bigger essence of who we are and connect to it. The journey here is about connectivity, connecting so that we can align, to find the soul, to believe in ourselves, even if nobody else is believing in us. You know, as we move and shift through, I'm feeling like relationships right now has a great deal to do with somebody's message on here. Maybe entangling in relationships that you used to find yourself in, and realizing that they no longer fit with you, with your ideas and the ways that you think and your ways of being. And I feel like you're somebody that can sense energy when other people walk into a room or you walk into a building, and you're realizing that places that you used to go to, that they're not aligned, you're not in alignment with those places. And the way that my spirit guides are showing me is like a timeline, and on this timeline there's like graphs kind of depicted, and it's like you're missing the mark of at your where you used to be, okay? Because now that we're elevated and transcending from old ways of thinking, being, and becoming more consciously aware, to where we can seed the seeds of universal awareness, that everything is connected. We are the universe. We are cosmic beings. We are here to bring down the light. Some of our soul purposes can just be those that are kind and loving and reach out with a big hug and a hand. And right now I'm hearing somebody saying, oh hell no, I don't want to hug anybody because I don't want to be tainted by their energy. And learning to build new boundaries. With that being said, reflecting on the alignment. Maybe somebody's having a my nose is itching, so keep going. A realization of how far they've come. Maybe they're looking over the last scheme of even like 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. 3 years, definitely since COVID, you know, and a lot of people have experienced loss and pain, and a lot of people have been able to transcend the illusion of what governmentally is going on, what we're hiding, why we're creating a distraction, right? What's the other hand doing? You know, to keep us trapped and locked in. Well, what they meant to cripple us, right? I'm not gonna lie, at that time, you know, I like to go to the bar, I like to ride my Harley, I work construction, I was stuck, and it's like COVID couldn't have happened at a better time for me to get my shit together. And I feel like that is going to resonate with somebody else. And even now, with that being said, I think that you keep your head down so much and work on yourself, and mostly I'm seeing somebody who thinks it or says shit and realizes that the things that I'm saying, oh, that was rude, or, you know, somebody has a very blunt mouth, and somebody's ability to recognize the things that they're saying and how it doesn't align with them, and realizing the karmic universal energies, what we put out comes back. What frequencies are supporting us in this alignment and this ability to reflect on the love and kindness and self-love attention that we've given ourselves? These family ties and choices and compromises that we've made. Ooh. Oh, 4243. Literally in that 4243. 47. Maybe somebody is born on April 7th. Tantric journey. I love these frequency cards. I love the sacred geometry. Frequency of Tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our central experiences with ourselves and with another. Tantric, harnessing the energies. And I was talking about pulling down the energies. It's already our divine right. 43, transition. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of what ever-changing nature of existence in our lives, so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. And when I look at that, it looks like DNA. It looks like DNA, or I want to show my cards fall. I feel like this universal card. Let go of the old and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, or doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. Thank you, Spirit Guides, for bringing that back in. Becoming aligned. Right now, my guides are... Where is that deck? And I want to pull the Moonology deck, because I feel like somebody is curious about this. Something's coming, and you can feel it. You can feel this transition, like you closed out old cycles, or you can feel the fact that you're recognizing where you no longer on a timeline, on a lower vibrational timeline, and you're able to see where you've been, and better yet, where you're going. What moons do we have? Can I have a timeline or an energy of the moon phase cycles to give the reader? 666222, alignment. Let your energy be used to build, not destroy. A big mass and a gravitational pull. I wonder if a full moon will come out. A big mass. A big mass. We are matter. We matter. Lord have mercy. Both full moons. I seen Leo and the lion on there. Leo. For some reason that... Okay. Full moon in Cancer. Woohoo! I was feeling big mass. Full moon in Cancer. I'm actually a Cancer, Pisces moon, Pisces rising, and ascended. Personal issues reach solution. Full moon in Cancer. A big mass, gravitational pull. I love how my guides work like that. You know, when I first started getting on here, I was like, well, what if I look like an ass? And, you know, my guides are like, well, you're not going to know unless you try. And they don't understand why you're doing what you're doing. They don't understand how you've gotten on the path. Like, what you looked like a year ago looks completely different than what it looks like now. I heard misfits. You look like a misfit because people are like, what the hell are you doing? You're really going to believe in that? You're soaking your time and energy into spirituality. Maybe somebody's spending money on Reiki and crystals or candles and creating a sacred space for when they get done dealing with the world's shit throughout the day. That's the next thing to go for somebody. That job that you're tired of showing up to, that's just that big, heavy hit when you walk in. It's like walking into a brick wall of energy. And you literally feel like you no longer align. You don't belong in this place. You've superseded what you ever once thought you would be or would be doing. Because you have limitless potential, especially when you're looking through, I want it to pop all the way out, the eyes and the perspective of which you're sitting. You can see fake. You can see the frauds. You know the phony. You know where you come from. You're aware that you are a huge energetic ball of just light and magnificence and brilliance, and you're just waiting to activate it piece by piece because your soul doesn't want to just pull down all this energy and blast it through your body because our linear part of our brain can't comprehend. It's like seeing something scary, right? We watch all these scary movies, so when we hear a noise, we're like, what the hell is that? We're programmed and conditioned to live in states of fear. That came up for some reason because I completely forgot what the hell I was just saying. So our body can't really hold as much light, but when we allow it to trickle in and we allow ourselves to transform, so the universe brings us another relationship, another person. We learn how to let go. Oh, I see the illusion behind a narcissist, or I'm not a psychologist. I should be one, but I'm not. We're able to identify. Everybody has a pattern behaviorally, the way that they act, the way that they speak. 90% of the time, the way that somebody speaks to others is the way that they speak to themselves, you know? The way that people have a tendency to look at unique situations that require a bunch of empathy or a heart-based frequency to come along with that. Some people just shut it out. I've got too much shit going on. I can't deal with it. But as you're going through, and I channeled a fork in the road. I feel like somebody's literally looking at two different paths, where they've always been and where they can be. And as you're taking the new path, you are literally knocking down these roadblocks and you're seeding more of your light in your energetic system through your physical being. It's slowly enlightening and allowing the veil, right? The dimensions are within our mind. They're not outside of us. They're not in a different place. Being in a different dimension is your ability to see what I call the bullshit. You're able to look through a spiritual lens. Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seeding the light by staying grounded. See these cards? I just love it when it just aligns. And you know what? Right now when I'm looking at that, I see like the Eiffel Tower. And see how that light's being brought down through the crown chakra? And it's like right where the heart would be, it's like a open portal. It's like the more that you use your heart, the more that you're pulling in. Hey, my comments came on. I'm not going to lie to you. My daughter broke my glasses, so I can't see for anything. But T, thank you for your messages. Oh, you're welcome. I really appreciate you supporting my channel. And it's so nice to be able to entangle with new people and see, especially the other readers, you know, because everybody has their unique ways. So, alignment, yes. Star Keepers, Cosmic Ancestors. And it's almost like when I look at this, like I want to talk about, I made a post about soul family, and look at that like blue flame layer of protection around the stone. Stone lasts forever, right? Monolithical sites. If we go to some of these, and I'm hearing like a stargate, like maybe the stargate is within your own being through the mind. We're talking about dimensions. I'm getting goosebumps all the way down my legs. Dimensions being in the minds. It's like being able to travel and to go through to new places. It's almost like even though your physical body's here, you literally time lapse is what they're showing me to people that align more with your own being and your own self. You're not, it's like you get to skip the line with everybody who's trying to cut each other off and be assholes. You actually get to be with the benevolent ones, the ones that are wearing awake. Yeah, man, you got 3 kids, come on up ahead. You're fighting the people that align with you. Soul tribe, soul family. Thank you, Spirit guys. 3. 3 is the magic number today. Perspective. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground, and look, there's little tiny earth. And you know, things for us, like in this physical realm, for our guides and for our higher self, which I really try to focus on working with my higher self, because it is the oversoul. This is little me in this body. Yeah, this time my name's Casey. I have, 7 kids. I work construction, but this soul knows so much more than that, right? And when we slip into a state of ecstasia, we're able to zoom out. There's little tiny earth right here. It feels so big and so much crap going on in the news and, the fast cars and, getting deliveries set at our door. Like you could literally order and get anything. Like everything is so quick and fast, and it's almost hard to keep up. It's like we constantly have to be remembering, and our subconscious is what remembers, right? Because it's what holds stored shit, where our conscious awake brain's like, oh, what? I don't know why I feel sad. Well, things that happened to you 4 years ago, could be resonating through somebody else's situation, and your subconscious mind's like, hey, remember me? I'm the guy that always tries to bring up shit from the past. Well, it's like you're bypassing the subconscious mind, having this new perspective and realizing how small the trials and tribulations or things you're going through, because you've got nothing but time and space to transcend through. And so long as that you are releasing so that you can take on the new, you don't have to be afraid. All you have is more teachable, opportunistic moments to be brilliant and magnificent and to explore new heights and realize you're not going to look like everybody else. You're not going to do the same things as everybody else. People right now, I get ridiculed all the time by my family. They like, what the hell are you doing? They're all in the Christianity, which I love Jesus, but it's Satan. My mom threw away all my cards, all my crystals, and I've been pushed to the North 40 for the last couple years, and now my mom's watching the news and she's watching all these, intergalactic. I work with the intergalactic beings. Okay, I love the Council of Light. There's a lot of light systems and colonies that are able to work with us. I've seen some really crazy stuff, and there's just some shit you tell people and they're like, you're out of your mind, right? Because their brain, that linear brain that has to make something, the universe is so vast, it has to make it make sense, right? We're taking everything and all that's in this universe, and we have to label it, what it means, down to a measurement, down to a number, so that this tiny little human brain can comprehend what's in here that we can't literally see with our own eyes. But now we're stepping out of that physical linear mind, and we're having this new perspective. All of a sudden, all that other shit that they're constantly shoving down our throat, or the agenda at school. I hate that my kids go to school. The shit that they teach them. I wonder how many times history's been rewritten, right? We don't know, because after a couple 100,000 years, it's ridiculous. But like I said, in stone, Starkeeper, some things never change. I'm the same today, tomorrow, and yesterday. Some things that are built from stone, they last forever. It's a solid, sturdy foundation. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. And look, oh my God, it's so awesome. Look a little bit closer, and it's like as if you zoomed in, this would be on the inside of that, right? The blue flame. It's like a complete opening, and that opening is literally also out of stone, and it's like the soul's like, hey, here I am, you're the keeper of me when I'm here. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Oh, the cards just are lining up. The Earth of School. And you know, when we're down here, it makes it so hard to think, who the fuck would want to go to a school like this? And when shit's hard, I completely agree. Life lessons. Know that we came here with certain contract lessons that our soul needed to go through so that we could evolve, so that we could experience, say we're rich in a past life, and this lifetime we live in poverty. And now that even when we're in poverty, we're the guy that drives by at Walmart and sees somebody with their little kid out there, and we bring them a burger or some water or give them some money. It's not up to us to judge. Do we have the heart that gives? Do we have the eyes that see? That's the lesson. We're not here to judge. We're not here to say, oh, well, maybe they're just scamming and drive a fucking Escalade. Excuse me for cussing. Maybe they do. But did you give? Did you give freely? Because maybe in your last lifetime, you were such a tight ass, it squeaked when you walked. So never underestimate certain situations or places that you're in. And while we're here in this life, that's the thing about opening up and awakening and finding this alignment and reflecting upon how far we've come, and literally take a sum of all the people that you have entangled with in just the last year. Or say your most recent growth has been like the last 3 months. Maybe you moved, maybe you got a new job, maybe new people moved to your area. Notice the people that are coming into your life now that you're starting to wake up more. Maybe you might have a few little lessons here and there that are like, you know, they're showing me a bee stinger in the butt, you know, that are like, hey, you know, don't get lazy on your morals, you know, right? Have a good moral compass, but at the same time, you're awakening to a whole realm of different people, different souls, enlightened beings, soul family. I heard maybe somebody on here is just like, I can't wait to go home. And when you gaze at the stars and when you're in the midst of the most beautiful places, and I'm talking far away from people, right? You don't want to leave. For a moment, a part of you feels like you are what you're in, that you are from the stars. You see them move, and it's like you just wish they would reach down and grab you and beam me up. Please beam me up, because I don't know what else. I want to come home because it's so safe. Because when you know that feeling of unconditional love, nothing feels better than that. Nothing feels better than home. Home is where the heart is. And if we work through a heart space, we're able to find what home is here. No matter where we are, if we can work through the heart chakra, and we can realize that the things that have happened for us to grow from weren't to deteriorate us. They were enough poke in the butt for us to wake up and say, hey, ouch, that hurts. I don't want to keep reliving this lesson. I was just going to say it takes far away. Yeah, far away. I am such a dreamer, and I love to escape reality as much as I can, but then I realize I also create my own reality, so no matter where I'm at, I can create a space, I can connect with my guides, I can align with like-minded people, and I can get a piece of heaven here on earth. We get to share ideas, we get to talk about trials and tribulations and wonderful things that are happening to us. And hey, I seen 3 birds today, or did you see that license plate? Or you stop having the conversation with it starting out like, hey, this shit's gonna sound crazy. We don't talk like that when we're with our group, our soul tribe, right? Nothing sounds crazy because we've seen a lot of crazy shit. It's pretty soon where you just start chuckling. My next door neighbor and I, we started off a lot of our conversations with, this shit's gonna sound crazy, and now we're just like, hey, check this out. It's awesome. That's what we're here for. We're here to have these interactions and to realize that, hey, I'm not the only one seeing this, right? Because the first thing that happens when you start waking up is, what the fuck did I just see? What is that? How am I hearing these noises? What is that? Somebody's truly unauthentic. What's happening to me? head, or you know what I mean? We have to go through the dark night of the soul, which tells us, you know, we have to keep looking, because a lot of people get scared and they don't want to face it. It's too scary. Truth is my teacher. Why we're talking about the stars. I heard it's written in the stars. Truth is my teacher, and the truth shall set you free. Starkeeper. Truth is my teacher, cosmic ancestor, seated in the light by staying grounded. Cheers. Can I get another message from our guides for the collective watching? Abundance is a state of mind. A red ruby. That is the birthstone for July. Maybe somebody's going to get a ruby for Mother's Day, and if you do, come back and totally let me know. Oh, I see the little alien hand. Shalom. Shift your perspective. As we're shifting our perspective, I heard to a unique alignment for transitioning the soul. Esoterics. I'm picking up on esoterics. Somebody that's reading between the lines. The ability to see through the facade. You know, I don't know if the rest of you guys get messages and like if a commercial comes on and or a sign, or like reading books or hearing certain things. You'll be in the kitchen doing your own stuff. I can see somebody cooking and you'll hear something that your kids are listening to, or your spouse in the living room, and you'll be like, and you would literally just be thinking about something, asking yourself a question, and lo and behold, here's your answer. That's the wakening up to. Or maybe somebody who actually feels like people through the TV, like literally what you're doing, like you're cleaning, right? And you're like, oh shit. And you go to pick up a fallen soda and set it back down, and it's spilling everywhere. And they're like, on the TV it says, oh, don't put that there. And you're like, what is that? What is that synchronicity? How are those things happening? Do not underestimate, this is what I'm hearing right now, in the ways in which your guides work with you, okay? Because they use, especially, my throat, somebody needs to speak up on some of those experiences too. They're talking. They're using those ways, electromagnetic pulses, electromagnetic fields. They're sending signs, symbols, and synchronicities through, because everything aligns. They're showing me like, yep, send that ad. Yep, send that reader. Yep, have that person bump into them. And, you know, they're using all people to send you messages throughout the day. It's like, how many messages did I see today? How many amazing occurrences? And you know that, okay, we are benevolent beings. We are conscious creators. So when we're in alignment and we're reflecting on not just all the shit we've been through and where we've come from, but what's happening day by day, and we realize, okay, I am a manifester, because a lot of people are like, oh, $10,000, I want to manifest that. Hell no. What I want to manifest is seeing my spirit guides in physical form. I don't know if anybody else is like that, right? Or hearing like a saying that a passed on loved one would say, like my grandmother, go wash your face, and then hearing somebody else while you're at their house saying, make sure you wash your face before dinner. You're like, what? That is exactly like my grandma's tone. Do not underestimate when your passed on loved ones can come through. How your guides can work with you. And I'm literally hearing, you know, and I'm looking at this like, I heard spectrum of light. Maybe somebody has spectrum internet and has it acquired a unusual signal. Interesting. Okay, where do we want to go? Abundance is a mindset. The truth is my teacher. The truth, right? On the other side of the veil, we live in nothing but truth, because all the illusion is stripped away. They're all knowing, all seeing. We can feel, we can vibrate. We don't know illusion. We know soul essence of what we truly are. And those that are still down here, they're watching. They're in this, okay, we can't see them right here, but this is its own realm, right? They're just in a different physical form. We see orbs, we see stuff in our videos for those that actually take pictures and they go and look in their pictures. Does anybody else like zoom in on trees and like see a million faces, or rocks, or like find feathers in the most places? Even you'll tell yourself, I know I'm going to find a hawk feather today. Or I'm seeing somebody with a lily, and somebody gives these flowers were left over from the VA. I brought them home for you today, and it's a freaking case of 6 roses or 6 lilies, and you're like, oh man, how did you know? But you're starting to realize that you're manifesting these things. Let's talk about the soul while we're here. Energetic system of the soul, the benevolent soul, light seers, light keepers, those that see the light. Cosmic knowledge, number 28, a 10, which is a 1, new beginning. Look at that essence of light and how it forms. Literally, to me, when I look at the way that the lights are coming off the top of that, it looks like some of the ships that I've seen. Here today, gone tomorrow. Cosmic knowledge, being able, oh, and there's something with the hands. I didn't see that. Thank you, guys. Somebody's got magic in their hands. If you see it and you think it, you feel it, you deliver it. It's like it's going in order. Look at the meditation, and the hands are up. It's like receiving this energy through the hands. Powerful hands. Somebody is a Reiki healer. Maybe somebody has an ability. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but maybe somebody has been working on like lighting a candle or doing things with their hands from across the room, or focusing and meditating on doing that. That's really interesting. Something about the hands, and they said we'll talk about that later. Later, Gator. Speaking of passed on loved ones saying things. Release so that I can take on the new. The Star Keepers. Star Keepers, blue flame. Let your energy be used to build, not destroy. The hands that build. Repair. Maybe somebody's a nurse. Earth Star Chakra. If that ain't completely magnificent. Earth Star Chakra. I'm going to actually have to look that up. An Earth Star. A star seated here. On Earth, maybe it's a different chakra. I'm hearing like the higher heart chakra. I'm seeing turquoise in my mind's eye. The perspective of the Star Keeper. Oh my gosh, and look at this. I was looking down and we were talking about our higher selves, and it looks like literally, look at the higher self, and that's Earth from a real far away. The perspective. It's like sending a signal from anywhere. Cosmic knowledge. Soul growth, the Earth Star Chakra. Bottom of the deck, journey to the cosmos of the soul. That gave me goosebumps everywhere. It's a Kundalini awakening. Number 18, number 8, and number 28. Maybe somebody's February 8th. Something very, I'm heard trying, happened in 2018 on the journey to the cosmos. 8/18 I'm also seeing. August 18th. Maybe somebody's waiting for something in August to happen or to appear. Cosmic tones of light. Okay. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, shift your perspective. Abundance is a state of mind. It's like when we experience these different states of mind, we have an ability. Somebody's doing something very, and my legs are like getting so much goosebumps right now. So let me finish what I was saying because my guides are like pushing. Listen up. Somebody needs to listen up. The transformation that you are experiencing might seem really wild and crazy, and I have a feeling that this is somebody that's going to a specific place or has a need to go to a specific place. One of the things that my guides are showing me that I channeled earlier and written down was take the long way home. And I'm seeing somebody who's driving at night and and somebody who is alone, and I'm seeing the blue flame. Like, I really feel like you're going to have a very divine, unique interaction. A reflection. It's like, whatever it is, I'm seeing in the road and slow down and just be like, whoa, what was that? Like an amazing occurrence. The 8th. Did somebody experience something on the 8th? Truth is my teacher. That's the truth. Abundance is a state of mind of what you see. Somebody's going to get a shit ton of downloads. Okay. One step at a time. I see the mountain ahead. I dedicate myself to taking one small step at a time. I make progress by staying focused on the present moment, the current task. Thus, I regain my ease of living. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something. I was drywalling this house. It was like a multi-million-dollar house out in Bruno, Idaho. And it's nothing but a long mountain range, and I was kind of down in the valley of it, and I was mudding at night because it was the only time that I could have a babysitter come and watch, so I would mud at night. And back when I smoked cigarettes, I went out to smoke a cigarette, and I've been thinking about like galactic beings, and I seen this car was driving. It must have been like 1 o'clock in the morning, driving along the road, and the road kind of curved like this, and it was probably about maybe a mile and a half away from me. And I was like, that's weird. Maybe somebody's checking on cows, you know. I live in the country. And I shit you not, I seen a portal in the mountain open up that looked exactly like this, the same color. I couldn't move. I couldn't walk. I couldn't take my eyes off it. In my mind, I was like, I want to go get my phone to take a picture because I wanted to, I don't know, just prove that I seen it and definitely ask myself, am I fucking going back shit crazy? How am I seeing this? And then as it's driving, this car's driving, I see it drive right in front of this portal that opened and keep going. It didn't hit the brakes. It didn't flinch. It just opened up huge, and I was like, okay, what the hell is that? One, why is a car driving at 1 o'clock? Because I was out there for weeks and never seen cars out at that time, never. So here comes this car, and I just seen an orb fly up in front of my face. Here's this portal. It didn't stop. Am I the only one that's seeing this? And then I started seeing stars like after that. And when it went down, it closed down slowly. That next day I drove my car up there because I was weirded out. I'm not going to lie. One, I had to work, but I was also trying to figure out like what the hell did I just experience? And after that, I started seeing more numbers. I started literally like interacting with the people on TV and realizing like, how the hell is my guides talking to me through the TV and I just seen a bird fly up above my window? Never underestimate the things that you experience or what you're going to go through. Something about a mountain. I see the mountain ahead. I dedicate myself to taking one step at a time. Cosmic knowledge. So what's on the mountain with the cosmic knowledge, you know? I'm going to pull one more card for this if it wants to come out. If not, I'm going to switch decks. Because I feel like right now that somebody's actually having these really unique experiences or are going to have these unique experiences. Tell me the rest of this story, guys. This wanted to come out on the journey to the cosmic soul. The fish. It's a Piscean sign. Fish are plentiful. Fish feed. The fish in the ocean. There's some of the oldest creatures down there. We've only explored a small amount of what's underneath the water. Does that not find anybody else, like, why? Maybe somebody's asking the bigger questions. I'm also thinking somebody is a double Pisces and is going to get that fish tattoo. So maybe somebody has it on the back of their car. The fish. I will make you fishers of men. Maybe somebody is Christian and has that Christian fish on there. The tree of life. We are the roots. Little thumbly there, huh? We are the roots. Our ancestors, we are our ancestors. Do you know when we incarnate back into the same bloodline? We will have different parents, right? Obviously, because it's a freaking different timeline. But we'll take turns being the parent. We'll take turns being the kids. We will, especially if one of us pass away and our soul lesson wasn't achieved yet. We have a genetic bloodline, which is where our Akashic records, which is the book of life, the remembrances of everything we did, all the energies, what was said, what was done. And I don't have all the answers. I don't know if the goal is to right the wrongs. It's to clean up the DNA is what I'm hearing. We're trying to clean up the bloodline. We were once a perfect species. And and these cosmic beings are basically the ones that had seeded us here. They wanted to be able to create a perfect species because they needed people to grab the minerals and to harvest things like that, you know. They need water, they need copper, they need the magnesium. And if Anunnakis, I don't know if any of you guys have ever watched the Anunnakis, but basically a meteor hit once they found the perfect specimen and they created this perfect species. We were seeded here. And we basically learned from nothing, like cavemen, you know. We kept being rebuilt and remade, and finally had that perfect species, and a meteor had hit Earth, and it created disease. And we weren't supposed to be sick. We weren't supposed to have disease. That was the only thing that was really flawed within our genetic system. And within that, it's been carried on. And when the extraterrestrials do take up our cattle, it's because on other planets, we're the only planet that actually has animals or that eats animals, is planet Earth. Other star systems and other colonies, they might look animal-like, but they don't, they eat light foods, okay, like light. They consume light, okay, and water and different minerals. It's very unique over there. Like I've been there. I have been there. I'm starting to remember glimpses of it. I know I was seated in Avalon. I've had a lot of incarnations, and for some reason I'm talking about past lives because we're talking about DNA and the genetic code. We come back in and we incarnate and we clean up the bloodline so that our Akasha can be cleared, cleansed, and purified. So if somebody's having a hard time with your family right now, a mother, a brother, disputes, miscommunications, know that we come back in and incarnate within our own family system, within this tree, and maybe your great-great-great-grandma was you. Now you had all these kids. You didn't raise them right back then. You were harsh, hurtful, brash with them. It was about chores, plowing the fields, doing this. You got your hands whooped. There was not time for love and compassion, and, you know, because it was a survivor's mindset. We were more out of the linear state of the brain. And this tree's really telling me with the fish, too, is about being plentiful. We have to plant the right seeds now with our children, with our brothers, with our sisters, with our aunts and our uncles, because those that have people that are sick in their life right now and that are going through life-threatening diseases, I just want to let you know that everything is for a reason, and there's lessons and there's karmic, and it's not saying, oh, they get that because of, you know, our thoughts make us sick. The shit we eat makes us sick. When we hold grudges and we are cruel mouthed to other people, we make ourselves sick. Our cellular system listens to everything that we say. When we hold hate and grudges and resentment and shame, it literally tears apart our genetic system. And for those that are having kids in a state of crisis, you know, your kid is, that energy is pushed onto your kids. If you notice people that have kids when they're more awakened, those babies are a lot more awakened and they're just different. Have you noticed the kids these days at 2 months old sitting straight up? Have you guys not noticed that? These kids are different. You can't even raise these kids the same as I was raised. It's just I have 17 and 16-year-olds. I have 7 kids, and they're so programmed, some of them, into being certain ways. My family of 6 sisters, you know, and we argue. We used to, and it was always, it's quite the dynamic. I've always been the outcast in my family because I'm different. You know, I always dreamed big. Guess what I'm saying is, for my kids, I won't be raising them the way that I was raised. I won't be raising them unawoke. I will be conscious with my interactions with my children and the way that I don't demean their spirit or shoot down their dreams, and make sure that I'm planting good seeds for my children. No matter how big of a hurry this damn world tries to put me in, this government, these dark entities and deities that are sitting in high powerful positions that just keep going on with the next election's not real. Half the shit ain't real. You guys do realize that. It's just a facade to create arousal to get people worked up. This is my side. This is my side. Don't you realize where it's creating the divide? We are one love, wholeness. We are the universe. We are building these trees, okay? We are these trees. We started off down here, and now we're going to be at the tip of this branch out here after we pass away, and our kids' kids have us back, and we incarnate through them. Do you want to incarnate into the same shit you were raised into, or do you want to change it by being awakened, by recognizing how you speak? The truth is my teacher. When you speak your truth, when you can live in truth, when you activate your own pineal gland, right? The second brain that actually knows, when you drop the facade of, oh, do I look good? Or, you know, what perfume, buying all this shit. It's to keep us broke and keep us busy. The only thing that really matters is family, the ties we have, true friendships. I can't say we pick our family, but unfortunately, we picked our damn family. But you can pick your friends. And you know what? Some people will have family members pass away that are old, stubborn sons of bitches and aren't going to change their ways. And some will, at the last moment, realize that for the last damn 10 years, what you've been talking about, holy shit, you were right. It's not about being right or wrong, but it's about spreading awareness, self-awareness, how I treat others, how I conduct myself, what thoughts am I having. When you see somebody else struggling, are you reaching out? Are you saying, hey, a suggestion? Why you feel like that? That's energy. When it's all balled up and you do this with your hands and you're angry because you're feeling energy and it's trapped, you need to release that energy. Let me show you some tricks. Here's some healthy foods I eat. Take them for a walk. Take them to a beautiful spot that you know. Even if it is somebody that has a grudge against you for past shit that no longer, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter because it doesn't exist. We can't go back and change the past, but what we can do is we can change the future so that we can flourish and incarnate back into a beautiful place, a place that we want to be. Realize that that's what we're doing in this lifetime. We're setting ourselves up for future timelines, right? So the more aware we are consciously, the better. It's not going to ever be easy, okay? Because wakening up is not easy. And is there anybody else that had an easy awakening? Because I sure as hell didn't. That shit was hard. It was lonely. I had no friends. I felt crazy. I was issues. You're like, damn, nobody wants to hang out with me, and you're stuck in between not giving it. And damn, this is pretty lonely. And anybody who's watching right now, I got 6 in the live chat. Thank you guys for staying with me. I really appreciate you. Maybe you guys are realizing too that soul journey is a lonely road. You know, you meet your friends that are special and that, you know, you get to share your uniqueness with, but at the same time, it's not lonely because you have your spirit guides. You get all these messages from cool places. You get to sit in Mother Nature. You get to experience what a thunderstorm feels like, sitting outside, and just how it just views within you. You know what I mean? And you feel that powerfulness that we are and that magnificence. And for us to be able to share that with others, to release the old so that we can take on the new. We're all teachers, okay? We all are teaching everybody every day in everything that we do. And that, when you look at it like that, it seems like a lot, but when you're really just sitting within your own soul, the seat of your own soul you came here to do, it's going to feel so natural. All you have to do is be self-aware. I'm aware of what I'm speaking. I know this motherfucker just pissed me off. I see that they're unhealed. I see that there's aspects of them that's hurting inside, which is why they're being like this to me. They're hurting. I've been that guy. No, fuck you, just leave me alone. I don't need nobody, I'll do it myself. Well, here I am, doing shit myself anyways, but I'm doing it different, you know? So be careful what you say, because the universe doesn't play around. That's a fact. We're talking about conscious awareness. Where do we want to go? The inner voice. Listening to the inner voice. I heard nope. You know, I thought I had a gift of gab for so long, which I do, but I've realized that a lot of it's channeled. Actually, when I get off of these channelings, I'll go back, not in a condescending way, but I'll listen to my own messages, and there's always something in there for myself. Like, I'll be like, I don't even remember saying that, or, oh, that's so crazy. It's just, I don't know, the way that we're connected to our guides and spirituality, it's literally saved my life. It literally has saved my life. I have been a drug addict. I haven't been all bad. I used to be in the military. I mean, I was a Marine Corps drill instructor for juvenile felons, ages 18 to 21, 14 to 21. I did that for 5 years. I worked at an RV plant, built RVs for 5 years. I mean, I've worked in some pretty treacherous places, and then I moved to Idaho, and that's about COVID, and I didn't have a job for a while. I had to sit my ass down and look at what the hell I was doing in my life after being married for 13. Yes, sir. And sentient beings. Somebody has their sentience, or the clairs is able to picture things in their mind before they happen, or your guides will show you something that you've been through in your own personal life. So when you're talking to somebody else or helping or giving a message, you have an ability to they'll show you something that you've been through, and you have an ability to help somebody else out and say, oh, did you experience this? And then, you know what I mean, because people have a hard time and they realize, oh, you know, because so you're recognizing how your guides use your own personal experiences, because it's an energy, right? You remember what that felt like to go through something like that. So when you sense their energy and you're wakening up, you can say, oh man, I went through that. And then that's when sometimes can listen to what they call crazy. Everybody's life probably feels crazy in some way or another. Just a big bag of mess walking around projecting stuff onto other unhealed aspects of ourselves. Could you imagine how beautiful this world would be if we could all wake up a little bit each day and drop the facade and recognize the guy next to us is going through the same stuff we're either going through, have been, or have seen in close family members? If we could just all have a little bit more love and compassion, it just takes you to change yourself, the change that you could make. How amazing to know you one person can sit and hold the hand of another and let them cry, and that was what they needed so that they could get that job, or that they could start that business, and that they could find confidence. Do not underestimate the energy exchange that you share with other people. You don't exactly know what you've been in a past life. You don't know the healer that you are, the words that you speak, the energy that you exude, just you being there. You do not underestimate. It's like, I didn't do anything. You didn't have to. That's how powerful and magnificent you are. That's the ability that you have within yourself. Ascended masters, powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. And that's why. Those oversouls, we come from a split off of them. That's a soul family, a different expression of each angel and star systems, star seeds. They're all... Sorry guys, my video cut out. And you got the Christ consciousness illuminating the things in the unseen realm to the seen. Who's that gal? Medusa. I don't know why she came into my head right now. They showed me her with her crazy old hair. Wasn't she betrayed? Was she beautiful? What was her story? Medusa. I got goosebumps on my legs. Maybe that's significant for somebody. Holy Spirit, holy angels, ascended masters. Awakening. Man, this is just too beautiful. I feel like those that are watching this, or those that will come across this later, are the ones that are going through awakening, because I couldn't imagine 7 people or 6 people who are sitting here listening to some pretty crazy stuff that's coming out of my mouth. You've gone through this, unless you can recognize. I remember, you know, being in that space. I know what that... I want to get a few energies for those that are watching. Just let me bring Asia. Maybe being a monk of some sort in a past life and incarnating now and struggling with spirituality, or waking up quick, or knowing that you have a very big suitcase of wisdom and knowledge, of opening up some of those gifts and understanding. And maybe like what I'm seeing right now, they just showed me this bell in my mind's eye, like being drawn to certain symbols and things like this. What did you call that? An antique or a knickknack, or like certain things that you're putting inside your house. Like maybe you're finding an origin of your of an essence of your soul. And maybe you ask that question a lot. Where do I come from? What is this awakening? How do I know that there's so much more? I can feel it. I see it in my, in your dreams. You're going crazy places, and you're in the shower. You're talking to your guides. You're asking for this healing, and you're being heard. You're asking for, show me the next step. Show me the next step. What is it that's holding me back? And I wanted to put that over the blue flame, spontaneous awakening. I just held up the awakening number 2 card. The fact that we live in duality means we have to address the obvious physical parts and attributes of ourselves so that we can ascend in the spiritual, most intimate parts of ourselves. I just seen a bird fly by. One bird for me is my I work with birds a lot, so that's let me know if spirit's working with me. 2 birds is, and if they fly down low, that's confirmation if I'm asking my spirit guides a question. They're having me bring this up for a reason, and I want to tell you, because somebody might be asking these questions like, what is this that I'm drawn to? What is this awakening? What is this higher thinking, maybe in a meditative state, or wanting to be better at meditating? Oh, I just can't sit there. Well, I'm going to tell you, you don't just have to sit there. Some of you do active meditation, and maybe even when you're cleaning your house, you're sifting through things within your spirit, and you're letting them go. And maybe somebody's been having a need to clean more and to let go of old energy, getting rid of clothes that don't fit them anymore. It is spring for spring cleaning. Spirit, physical. It's like your whole head is on fire almost. It's like you have so many thoughts and all of this stuff coming. And then on the other side, I see somebody in this awakening card that it's like, look at that power harnessed in the solar plexus chakra. Somebody's got some big gifts. Some big gifts. And I put the awakening right over the tree. Wakening up to once what was. What once was. Being helped through this transitional period. I almost feel like it's by other timelines because there's no sense of time. Everything is always happening at the same time. I feel like, I'm going to pull another one of these. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, past life card, which means there's scribe writer, a writer. Maybe somebody's been thinking about writing books, or were left books by a passed on loved one and wanted them to publish them, or that there's something in these books that you have just bought, got on sale, but I really feel like somebody writes poetry. Okay, what my guides are telling right now, it's called what's the word? Intuitive writing. Has an ability, and maybe even working like literally with the candle and the scroll. Sit with a candle in your own place, and if you're wanting to communicate like directly from your spirit guides and you can't get rid of all of this, look through the mind how it's coming in so fast, and being able to like really slow it down and harness and ground this energy. That to sit and do an intuitive writing, set an intention, light your candle, ask your spirit guides and pass on loved ones, whatever you work with, your higher self, and just let your hand go. Whatever, put on some healing frequencies, whatever you like to listen to. Sometimes having like background, like water, helps us to keep our busy mind not going and really start feeling an emotion through the heart chakra. When you miss and you love and you start delivering a message, and just write it down in whatever way it comes out. I love you, I miss you, I haven't seen you in forever. The fact that you left so early really broke a piece of my heart because I didn't get to tell you. And maybe somebody lost a spouse relationship right now, knowing that is somebody from a past life and is struggling, maybe the fact that you are awake and they're not awake. The fact that relationships are life lessons, and actually I'm just going to pull from the top because it landed on there and I heard pick 2. Be clear about where you are putting your focus right now. Focus on your desired outcomes. You have everything within you to create the life of your dreams. Stop doubting yourself for once. This is your time. You've got this. And I put it on top of that Asia card with that awakening. Journey to the cosmos of the soul. Journey to the cosmos of the soul. You are doing your best, and that is enough. Any difficulties you face will not last forever. Release the thoughts and feelings that don't feel good. Focus all of your energy on love, happiness, and hope and dreams. A vision board is what I'm hearing. This is the Earth School of Life Lessons, Soul Growth. Study higher writing. Write down where you were a year ago to where you are now. Write down and take a look at how far you've come, because maybe you're a visual person and you need that. You should believe in yourself. If anything that I'm saying is aligning with you, you're already on the path. You wouldn't be sitting here listening to me speaking about these certain things. There's something in here for you, and I think that you have the same unique abilities and gifts to be able to channel your own messages, to be able to take something from nothing, and turn it into gold. I'm seeing gold. You have an ability to be a creative writer, a beautiful artist, somebody that speaks to others about things you've been through. And maybe it's just been so hard for you to speak to others because of the pain of it. And now that you're learning to release it and let it go, you're making room for the new. Release so you can take on the new. Number 999. Nearing the end of a cycle. Cycles are no longer anything that resonates with you. You don't want to see another damn cycle in your life of learning the same lesson. You want to see a new level to where you can keep going and growing, but you don't want to keep relearning the same lessons. And this person that I'm talking to, you're starting to pull towards you a huge mass of opportunity with the people that you're talking to. I just see a huge orb go like right by my eye. How cool. Intergalactic communication, number 35. Receiving messages from the outer realms. 35, maybe you're 35. Maybe March 5th. Intergalactic communications, esoteric writings, sayings and meanings. Everything, nothing is a coincidence. Everything is happening at the right time for the right reason. Where one with hope to come in and live on a certain timeline and not quantum leap into these new realms going through. I know it's hard. I know that it's trying when you're having these same conversations with the same people or yourself, and you're having a hard time letting go because you don't want to forget the pain in a way, because you need it to make sense. You need to remember that you'll never put yourself in a position like that again. But you don't have to do that when you build healthy boundaries. When you build from this stone, right? It lasts forever. It's going to last a lot longer than any lumber. You're building a solid, sturdy foundation. Look, that foundation's so solid. It's like this light beam's just coming whoop, right down into the top of that crown chakra and protecting all around you. You're an open portal for wisdom and knowledge. Okay, right now in the read, I'm going to have you guys think of a question. A burning desire for yourself, something that matters to you. And I want you to ask this question, and I'm going to pull an answer card. Think of your question, and I'll set it off to the side. Every time I do this, 2 cards wants to pull out. I see the answer, yes. So think of your question with good intention, something that you want for yourself, a burning desire to ask your guides. So maybe a question that you have of on any subject. It's something that is that you're working on. Okay, and then I want to get a Divine Master that we're working with. Do you guys think of your question? Hi, Mama Light Tarot. Thanks for joining. The answer to your question is let go. Let go. Okay, Divine Masters. What Divine Masters are helping us at this time, place, and space? Holy Spirit, holy angels, benevolent. This deck is so heavy and big. The right message all the way out. Awakening to the Star Keeper. The Star Keeper, the Scribe. Sacred site. Going to a sacred site and harnessing these energies. Ooh, Guru Ram Dass. Actually just seen something about him on Facebook. Miraculous moments. Harmony surrounds you. Expect miracles. As we learn to let go, we're able to hold an expectation for the new to come in. Expecting good things because we're powerful manifestors. A guru. You know those gurus are old souls come in here and don't even get pissed or react in any way, shape, or form to any of the shenanigans that are going. Okay. Guru Ram Dass was the fourth guru and the sikhs serving from 1574 until 1581. Born as Jetha in Lahore, Sorry, my video cut out again. Where they met Guzing, one of his own sons. My phone keeps cutting out. One of his own sons as his successor, Guru Ram Dass, chose Jeddah and renamed him Ram. Even though there was a lot of unrest at that time, through selfless service and conviction, he had his devotees were able to. Thus, energy helps make the possible. The 5th and 10th Sikha gurus were all of Guru Ram Dass. Your message. Ram Dass are within you now. Even if the odds are stacked against you and you are being guided to expect miracles, to your vision, you allow what may seem impossible to become a reality. The Divine Masters want you to know that all things are possible and that you are worthy of light. And your life is too huge to achieve, then you must know that your mind. Don't measure what seems possible. Just trust and let miracles become your reality. Thank you guys for coming into my space. My video keeps cutting out. Thank you for liking and subscribing and spending time with now a lot easier than having to record and wait for it to upload. For those other tarot readers who know what I'm talking about, I want to send you guys out readers and healers and intuitives. Keep doing what you're doing. You're not going to look like everybody else. You're not going to carry the same platform and say the same things. Find and allow yourself to be uniquely yourself, because even if it seems odd, you're odd for a reason. You're supposed to be exactly the way that you came here, because you are a waymaker. You help other people transcend their own fears and limitations by being exactly who you are. And for those that are struggling in relationships right now, I'm being told to tell you, just ride the wave. The energies and the ebbs and flows of things that are happening energetically right now, and planetary shifts are also play a role in what you're going through. So if you are, I'm not very good with astrology, but maybe kind of look up your horoscope and some things in the aspect and see energies that are playing within you, so that you can have a little bit more confirmation of the things that you're feeling. And just know you're always in the right place at the right time. Choose the higher path and timeline, because you're wise enough to do that. Be consciously aware and universally aware of the things that are happening around you. Holy Spirit, holy angels, Archangel Michael, I call on you as I close down this channel. I want to thank you for everybody that joined me. I ask that you would guard as you were. I ask that you would sever any ties energetically to myself or to the listeners, and that no weapons formed against us will prosper, and no Yeshikete ote walete yeshikere tututu yeshe. Tikirete ote malaye kirete tututu shapaye. Thank you. Blessings, love, and light. If I can figure out how to end this live.